Zod, and like the oxygen leaks in, and you know, the powers are coming in, and he just hears all these noises and shit. That's what it feels like to be autistic. It's like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like constant sensory overload everywhere, and everybody has like their own thing in certain ways. My specific thing is I'm very good at understanding how systems work for some reason. Like for instance, even with people, when I massage people, I used to do this. I'm actually able to kind of visualize where the muscle fibers were going to be. Very good, actually. I was very, very good at it. Same thing, also, ironically enough, and this sounds very fucked up in this context, but it also helps me understand how to fillet meat as well, because I just know how all of it would work for some reason. I could just kind of understand it. I was extremely proficient at it. So I was good at massaging, good at butchering effectively, good at a whole bunch of other things. Some engineering-based tasks, I understand how they work. Some stuff that's also like, because you kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like you recognize it in yourself to a certain extent as well. Like, how would you imagine that this would work? Bodily sounds often piss me off. Like, some people have this thing, they eat like a fucking camel. Like, what's up with that?
Oh,
You're like,
yeah.
Yeah, that's the best way I can explain it, because people don't know how to close their mouths properly, and it's like, nyam, 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 like,
like those people.
that really pisses me off. Nobody else has a problem with that, because they're like so unplugged from it. And the worst variety of this is the person that eats in fucking slow-mo. You can hear every mechanical fucking part of how they are taking apart the food in their mouth, and the most...
Yeah, like when you eat steak on X, and everyone can hear you eating, you fat piece of shit.
Like, for me.
Have you ever?
Pisses me off.
Yeah, I understand. Have you ever confronted anyone and been like, "Can you chew with your mouth closed, please?"
Yep, doesn't work out well because they don't understand it. It doesn't work. Not even the mouth open, but it's like it's right next to me. It's like, oh. Especially in like family gatherings, there's like always this one person, and I'm like, fuck off, man, please. They eat the smallest amount possible, and they eat it in as slow a way as humanly fucking possible. They consume a small amount of shit and do so in the slowest fucking way possible. I'm like, this is the exact antithesis to me as a person. I eat very large amounts at once. I do so very quickly, and that's it. This is like the exact opposite. So you can understand how that's not working out.
Really?
Yeah. So that's like that, especially when you're young. It's worse.
Yeah.
It's worst when you're young, and nobody is really there that can talk to you. For me, there wasn't, because they didn't understand what the fuck's going on. Like, how do you explain? You know, like you, what you said, it's very eye-opening. Like, how do you explain to a person, you know, you're very self-aware. That's the problem. Like, not really a problem, but like, if you're autistic, you're very, like, especially high functioning, you're very self-aware. To the point where this is the reason why you always ask a lot of questions. You're very self-aware. And then you also are afraid of like somebody else's judgment, so you can't really ask them because you already know that they're not going to know the answer. Because at some point you just get used to that. So how do you go ahead and tell somebody that, hey, by the way, I have a little bit of a problem. Do you know what my problem is? Imagine that the world is on fire. That's my problem.
What the fuck does that even mean? The world is on fire. I'm autistic. The world's on fire. The fuck does that even mean, retard?
Describing what you were
Everything is burning. I am burning.
To anyone because nobody was willing to actually try and understand it. So I just always internalized it, really. Like, I couldn't talk about the stuff that I would perceive because it's kind of
so
weird.
cringe.
Like, how do you explain to somebody
This is so fucking cringe.
Me walking past someone...
This is who Donald Trump is best friends with? I don't think so.
I used to read a lot of biology books as well, so I can actually understand exactly what humans function like.
Wow, this guy knows everything. He read biology books.
So I would always imagine that. I would like look at people's faces and understand what the muscles would look like, where the arteries would be at, and a lot of other interesting things.
Where the arteries are at? Oh, Elon is a genius. I love Elon. Let's give him billions. Let's give Elon billions of our dollars.
Exactly. I was like,
Oh, he's so smart.
It's very healthy. Works out. That's very specific feel. I'm like, yeah, this guy's very healthy.
Eat some more steak, Elon.
Sometimes I shake people's hands. I'd be like, oh yeah, this guy's worked in his office the whole time. Oh yeah, that guy's actually a hard worker because I can feel the toughness of the skin. He has like the armor on his skin. It's like semi-dry. And do you know where the joints connect to, like where the fingers are? Like there's the joints that connect to like right to your hand. There have to be like these ridges that has to feel somewhat like sandpaper almost, or like it's stippled. That would mean that the person has done a lot of physical work.
Wow, amazing, Elon.
Because you essentially, in the absence of being understood, you found your own way of relating to everyday people through their anatomy.
Through video games.
And analyzing them.
In a sense.
The problem was mainly like trying to figure out how people work socially and what they are thinking, because you could make sense of it because you don't work off of instincts, and so you kind of have to understand what social looks like for some people.
Stupid shit in the
point,
world. Elon is in fucking autistic. He's a neurotic. He's a psychotic neurotic. He's not fucking autistic. You've been misdiagnosed, Elon. You're a psychotic neurotic.
In line with what that person would appreciate, and then you actually become somewhat very compatible, but only with a very specific type of person. But it depends, like, it depends on how diplomatic you feel.
He's crazy.
That really helps out quite a decent amount. By the way, hang on a second.
Okay, we'll be right back, Elon.
Anyways, yeah. Welcome back. Do a little thing here. But yeah, the first thing that was most problematic when you can't communicate to anyone is that no one can help you with the reasoning process. That's the real problem. You want to understand reason, and you want to know whether or not your experience is normal, because you can't ask someone because they're going to think you're insane. So you just kind of like walk through the world trying to look at what normal looks like, and you just kind of try to work with that. That's funny. It's very funny.
I've experienced different variations of that where
yeah, he's on Adderall and ketamine.
Aware of certain things, and advanced also for my age, and so I would question, I don't know, things like why did I have to come back to this earth again, or things like that, and people really wouldn't understand. And I can.
Why did I have to come back to the earth again? Yeah, people don't understand because you didn't fucking come back to the earth. You never left the fucking earth. What the fuck are you talking about?
My son is highly intelligent, with on the spectrum autistic, and
he's highly intelligent, but on the spectrum and autistic.
As intelligent as you, he has a different set of brilliance, but.
Different. Who the fuck is Adrian Dittman? He's some fucking random guy. He's not Elon.
And so, his mom's actually a therapist.
What does Adrian Dittman even do? Who is he? It's Elon Musk.
Hopefully that person's not fucked up because it's not going to do well.
I'm so depressed. I have no wife. My children hate me.
I've yet to meet one that is.
I want more billions of your taxpayer dollars.
I mean, if her son is anything like me, then all that matters is motivation.
Motivation.
Like, for instance, one of the problems. Actually, okay, so let's imagine with autistic people, the problem is social interaction, right? And so, in order to not, get into the realm where they need to learn about social interaction, they're just trying to make them docile. So there's no interaction of any kind. They're just kind of neutral. So you give them a bunch of drugs, that's a problem. But nobody actually teaches them how to be social, and they don't really want to be taught how to be social either. So you have to give them motivation, be like, well, here's the thing. You want to do a bunch of things in your life, most likely, right? And one of the only ways to achieve those things is if you interact with other humans. And this interaction has to work.
But the earth is on fire! I'm autistic and the earth is on fire!
With people like you, or is made up around you, it is around you right? But it's not made for you. You have to interact with it. You're just like you're another thing within it. You're not a speck. And momentarily you are, but you can.
Is it
become
really a
something much
personality
bigger if
problem,
you
or is he
want
just
to.
not a
You have to
likable
understand
person?
what
I think that's
surrounds you.
probably what it
And
really
understand
is.
how to work with it.
He's not a nice
If you cannot,
person.
You cannot expect that.
He's an
surrounds you
annoying
to work with
person.
you, because that's not how that works.
But Elon says the world is on fire and I'm autistic. You don't know what it's like. I internalized the earth burning.
Motivation is. Like, it depends on what their person's motivation is. Like, what do they want out of life? Like, ask yourself, what do you want? Really want?
What do you really want, Elon? What do you really want, Elon?
Beyond the money, beyond all that other stuff, what do you actually really want?
The freedom to have everything.
Yeah. Like, nobody really does this. Nobody sits down and freely wonders.
Really,
What do you
Elon?
want?
No one thinks about what they really want? No one thinks what they really want?
I thought about what I want, and it's the freedom to have anything I want. That is what I want. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's never going to be enough.
He's an empty shell, yeah.
You know, someone. I mean, Elon is the wealthiest person on paper, but there's people who are way wealthier than he is, right? And no one knows their name.
I love how this chick knows he's Elon.
It's by design. They don't want to be known. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, look at Putin, right?
Yeah.
Khomeini.
Khomeini?
You know, people who are literally unknown.
Yeah, they probably are.
To everyone else, right?
They're autistic too.
The question of what do you actually want?
What do you really want?
I guess.
I don't know. Housing,
actually
money, clothing, food, family, friends, cell phones, Teslas. What do you really want? What do you really want?
Become a billionaire. Like,
I just want to be a billionaire.
It can happen.
I'll get the best of everything and anything I want. And the things that I don't have yet, don't exist yet, I will make them. I will fund their existence.
Wow, you can make things up and just say, make me what I want.
Yeah, let's say I want a 300-inch TV. Okay, they don't exist.
I know I'm screaming because you're listening and I'm making fun of these people. I've grown sick of them.
$10 million, make me this TV. Yeah, and they'll do it because why wouldn't they?
I want something similar, except that I more so seek the ability to expand as a mind and as an effect.
Wow, it's called reading books, Elon, you autistic fucking loser.
I've had this amazing effect of bringing various people together that otherwise would have never been able to connect.
You mean creating a room on X? And using Saudi money to buy the platform?
I've gotten many people jobs, but I do like that idea. When I was younger, like a lot younger, maybe in my early 20s, I used to have that exact desire to bring people of, like minds together and to create something with it, right? Or to just like have like not even a community, but something larger than a community, a society, if you will, right? Of like-minded people who think the same way, who want something greater for the world and to give back to them, not to the world itself necessarily, because that's just an added benefit, but to the like-minded people, because we could do something fucking amazing with it, right? We could make amazing things happen. And I like that. I like that idea. And George Soros is doing something very similar, but he's evil.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I was just gonna say that. I was gonna say I want to be a billionaire to fight George Soros, but you took the words out of my
mouth. This I think is one of the problems.
Actually.
Like everybody wants to fight something. Everybody wants to fight something, but they don't understand. What if he could build something
did
better
kill
and you
Twitter.
don't have to fight at all? This is something that
His dumbass should have just built his own fucking platform for $1 million. Could have been the same shit.
There has to be a reason beyond defeating an enemy for why you do certain things. Because if you eventually do, in fact, defeat the enemy, then you'll have no purpose. So, in this case,
you'll have no
just
purpose
continue
if you
building
kill
and
your
fight the
enemy, Elon?
until the enemy comes closest to your walls. At which point, of course, you flex your defenses and hope for no war. But realistically speaking, you are always going to try and build because you have a mission that far exceeds whatever the enemy might be. Enemies will always be around, opponents will always be around, but realistically speaking, your goal's beyond that. Your goal's beyond the conflict. At first, I didn't understand it either, and I focused on all the wrong things, and then eventually I decided to embrace exactly this, what I've just said. That everything had skyrocketed
Exactly.
in terms of growth. And I was like,
Did you hear what he's talking about therapy? He was
this is the
like,
problem
how he
where
hates
everybody's trying to be
therapists
pitted
because they
against-
blackmailed
everybody
him.
wants to be pitted against each other in some way. And it's like, no. I am going to win.
Some of the
in ways
things
that you
he
can't
says is
understand,
true because he
what
is
it
a
is that I
target.
want is beyond that what you'd want. We are not enemies. You think we're at war, we're not.
Goodness to be at war. Yeah.
Many people actually think it's like, oh my god, are you at war? I'm like, you've never been at war.
You've never been at war,
I
Elon.
hope I get to meet you someday. Gotta set this up.
You hope to meet him. He's fucking Elon Musk, you stupid twat. Stop being facetious.
Yeah, I probably might go to Dubai at some point. We'll never know. Could be interesting.
Yeah, come over here. It's nice.
Yeah.
I wish I could
I'll
come
be-
to the inauguration, Adrian. I'm going.
I'll be there in a week, by the way, in Dubai. I'll be there in the...
I won't be able to travel anytime soon. I'll be quite busy all the way through January. Like for a very, very long time. I got a lot of stuff that's coming up. And then
Yeah, like the
but
inauguration.
that's going to be somewhere else. And then, yeah. I'm pretty booked with the schedule. I got a lot of shit happening.
Yeah.
So,
You run $1 billion, $1 trillion fucking empire.
We know you recorded at that space.
I need to set never mind. It's just it's part of the
Poor baby's got a tied up schedule, but he doesn't actually do anything because no one knows who he is.
Cool.
Yes.
What do you do, Elon? What kind of work do you do other than hosting X Spaces every day? You must. It's a new video game coming out. That's what it's scheduled. Eating buttered steaks and playing video games, Elon?
That I did twice, actually, in a sense. Once was just before that, week before I went there, and I was at Alex Jones' show, and they asked me, like, okay, what do you think about all this? And I was like, I think you should just have fun. I think this is going to be incredible. It's going to be great. Everyone's going to enjoy it. Just remain calm. I mean, look, at the end of the day, you can stress about what could potentially happen, or you can just have fun in the moment. Even if the world is going to end tomorrow, if you believe it does,
Why would it?
did you have fun? And that's what I was saying, because all these people legitimately thought that the world was going to end. And I was like, well, did you have fun? Are you going to have fun?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun, Elon, because of you. You made it fun for me.
It's going to be just fine, and it's going to be absolutely fantastic. I went there, and it was exactly like that.
Wow.
It was fantastic.
But I thought you're autistic and the world is on fire.
It was great. It was incredible. Fucking sky went dark for a few minutes. Everything was quiet. The birds came to life. All that kind of stuff was happening. People were playing music, and then
I know.
right
Don't you
after
agree? He's
that,
actually
everything was
miserable. I
quieter
think
and
he's
everybody was
miserable.
more connected.
He's
There
working
are
himself to
these
death.
events that
He doesn't know how to fucking even
actualize
enjoy his
all
money.
humans to one
He's a
baseline.
fucking
That's what
loser.
I
He's an
felt for a
idiot.
moment, where everybody was on one page. Everybody was enlightened.
If this bitch was enlightened, he wouldn't be here right now. He'd be on a fucking island enjoying his life like the virgin billionaire.
Absolute peace.
Miserable
You could
as
feel it. It was
fuck!
really cool. It was
He
very
can't be happy. He doesn't know how.
and the same thing is like,
Poor bastard.
right after all of this happened here, you had the whole election breakthrough, then Alex Jones, invited me on. Said, okay, if you could say one thing, if you could say one message to everyone, like one thing, message to the world. I was like, okay, I'm gonna actually take this seriously. So if you could say one message to the world, what would it be? And I said, don't be afraid.
Wow.
Like, that's it. I mean,
Fucking Franklin Delano Roosevelt over here. The only thing you have to fear is fear
maybe you won't be
itself.
so lucky. Maybe
Don't be
you will lose, maybe
afraid.
you will fall to a terrible threat. But these are possibilities. And if you're
You
crippled
fat
by the
fuck, if you
fear
keep
of
eating
the
buttered
possibility,
steak, you're gonna
even if
die in a
it's not
couple
practically
months.
a possibility for you, then what are you actually doing? You're not living. You're already dead.
What?
You're so
You're already
right.
You're
defeated.
dead? You're so right, Elon. You're
Of
so
course, I do not
right.
mean be
I
reckless.
never
I mean,
lived
be
my
cautious,
life
of course.
until
Be
I
very,
heard
very
you
cautious. Do
pontificate
not
this
scare away from
amazing
caution. Now that you've gotten rid of the
philosophy.
fear, you feel this remarkable sense of being emboldened to do something. And that's
Wow.
because you can, in
Like
fact,
create an
do
X
things.
space and eat
However,
buttered steak and
be
fart.
cautious, because now that you've replaced the fear, you must understand what exactly you're about to do. So be cautious, examine, and then go ahead if you believe this is something that is good and
With
is
why?
constructive for you. Because it can do destructive things as well. You can take the greatest of all sticks and poke it into the greatest of all hornet's nest, and you will most likely die.
Wow.
And
What are you
the
even
aspiration
talking
to
about
vote
now?
greatest of all, who
The
wants
greatest
to
stick
continue
in the
such.
greatest
You
hornet's
climbed
nest? What
up
the
all
fuck are you
stuff that you
pontificating
forgot
about,
that you climbed
Dr.
on the
Musk?
dead bodies of others who had the same aspirations. So it's like, that kind of stuff has to stick in people's heads. It's the metaphor of understanding past mistakes, not just
The metaphor
mistakes
of
that you made,
understanding
mistakes
past
that others have made.
mistakes?
That's what people often tend to forget.
What are you even talking
Yes,
about? The ketamine's wearing
Yeah,
off.
that's how it is.
He's fused.
Fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so fascinating, Dr.
You're very
Musk.
enlightened.
Wow, fucking Spinoza over here.
That's a fun one, yeah. Enlightened.
Wow.
It's ironic Laura Loomer would come up and say, you're into dark enlightenment as well. It's like, I think the topic of enlightenment has been interpreted differently by also many different people. It's like, what it really is, I'm not entirely sure of, but it seems to be this incredible awareness of everything that is around you.
Wow.
And to an extent, it is worrisome even, because once you become exceedingly aware, you just are like connected to everything. And it's annoyingly cool. That's
Is
the
he
best way
on
to describe it. It's
ketamine
annoyingly
again? This
awesome and
guy's
cool.
fucking high. He's
Yeah.
fucking high on ketamine. He feels one with the universe and butter steaks.
Yeah. You have to be cautious, of course, and you'll realize where to be cautious at. And you'll be able to, live to fight another day in some scenarios. Everything
Wow.
has to be beaten.
Another good one, Elon. Clip it, Blythe. What a good one. Wow.
Go up against the big boss.
Oh, yeah. So some issues have to be confronted and fixed. But in my case, I found that I like to focus on issues that can be outbuilt. Effectively.
Wow.
Much more
He
impactful.
outbuilds all
Like,
the
for instance,
problems.
I've always had this complaint about spaces not focusing on stuff that I think mattered and being mostly all about,
Gossip.
conspiracy this, conspiracy that, or drama this, drama that. I say, there needs to be a place that is somewhat philosophical and focuses on things in a more meandering way that is actually also constructive.
Philosophical.
Without it being some massive shill for some philosophy book or just people who are blatantly schizophrenic. So I thought even something like that would
blatantly
have to be created.
schizophrenic.
And so, 2023, I begin. And don't stop.
Yeah,
now we're here.
That's how you do it.
So, that's kind of cool. That's really
Adolf
cool.
Hitler?
You can complain about
We
that,
have
but it's
Adolf
just
Hitler in the
everybody
White
else
House
for it, or
now?
You can get to work.
Do it. You can fucking do it yourself.
Great job, Elon.
It's like, fine.
Bravo.
It's like it's like with the Infinity Stones. Fine. I'll do it myself.
I'll do it myself. What have you really done? What are you really doing? You play video games all day.
That's why I love
You
capitalism so
pocket
much. That's why I love
philosophize.
capitalism so much, because it's like that is what a free market well and truly looks like. And you run into these
Free
anti-capitalist
market?
structures, which are like
You
people
don't
trying to
practice
sabotage you.
free
People are coming up and doing
market.
like ops, like what we just had here. I think was probably an example.
Well, then get out of here, Queen of Transcarpathia, and go to his room and complain. Stop complaining to
You have something
me.
that is incredible, and somebody's going to try and knock that tower down. It's a bit like Tower Babel. It's not entirely like it, but it is.
He's high on
in terms of
Adderall.
It existing, it being built, and somebody trying to knock it down. Before trying to knock
Definitely
it down.
high.
You are trying
He's
to
like, why do people keep
reinforce
thinking
it
I have so much
before
energy?
that
It's because of
becomes
your butter steak?
to that
No, bitch, it's because
scenario.
you're on
That is the
Adderall.
idea.
Keep pushing. You keep doing it. You keep.
Keep going, Ian Chong.
Perseverance. Isn't that a cool character?
Keep going, Ian Chong.
All about perseverance.
Oh,
best
this
thing
is
about
exhausting,
how many fucking
Transcarpathia.
prototypes that they make of their plane.
You're here to hear him.
Tons of them.
Post it to your blue sky and let all your friends know that a retard
It fucking works.
who
You gotta
thinks the
fly for
world
like
is
a
on
second. Okay, let's
fire.
make it fly for a minute. We gotta make this work. And it
And
worked.
then eventually, like 50 years after that, you have like jet-powered fucking like shit.
Oh, jet powered.
No flying
That's
type
pretty cool.
taxis.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a really strange looking technology coming out of the weirdest of places, and then eventually you have like rockets going into space. You get living things out there as well. The first dog, first human, all this kind of weird shit.
The forest
Russia
dog.
sent the first dog, but it didn't have a return plan for it, unfortunately.
That was unfortunate. Yeah.
Yeah. Like a.
Uh huh.
Yeah, exactly.
And Yuri Gagarin, I think, was like the first man in space, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
Yeah. The Soviets sent the first Afghan to space.
Is that a joke?
It's absolute. It's a history.
Oh, really? Afghan.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. The Soviets
Also, the
sent
first satellite. They were also the first satellite. Sputnik was, that's why that's why they have, like, Sputnik and everything. It's just like, oh yeah, for their legacy. It's kind of funny because, like, okay, then you have the US that needs to one-up this with, like, the most insane of all missions. Let's get people on the moon. And then their space program becomes so, I don't know, mismanaged effectively that you have to more so piggyback on, like, Soyuz rockets to get to fucking space.
Yep.
And that's where Starlink comes in. I mean, not Starlink, sorry. That's where SpaceX comes in, because it alleviated that. That's what a lot of these, like, weird Ukraine supporters need to get through their fucking heads whenever they attack Elon. It's like, did you want more money to go to Russia? Do you want that? Because the more you attack Elon, the more you must understand that he's the only reason why Russia isn't actually getting more money, because of the fact that they're the ones that are launching rockets to space. Not Russia, or the US.
Yeah.
So,
That's right.
maybe you got your shit wrong. Just a little bit. That's not your enemy. There's this propaganda. You shouldn't fall for the propaganda.
It's weird to listen to a lot of pro-Ukrainian people in spaces because none of them are actually Ukrainians, and they will argue with Ukrainians who are telling them that the war needs to end. It's so frustrating.
I don't really talk about it because I don't care. I will talk about some of the illogical aspects, like, say, for instance, that what I just mentioned, and everything else to me is fundamentally irrelevant. It's don't care.
Trump is coming into office and things going to end very soon.
It's going to be interesting what happens there.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what happens.
Stilgar's fanaticism.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, hang on a second. Blythe, are you there?
Yeah, I'm working on that clip.
Clip it, Blythe!
When you have the time, can you contact Paul G, our guy who used to come up here, Paulie?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I want to know what happened to this guy. I haven't seen his ass around in ages.
Sure thing.
Great job, Blythe.
Yeah. I want to get some info. But yeah, fantastic shit.
Fantastic. Great job, Elon.
What? You love the space? Yeah, me too.
I love the night space, yeah.
I loved it. I love the space.
Thank you.
Good job,
That's the
Elon.
essence of the conversation.
Let's kiss his ass. Everybody kisses his ass all the time. It's pathetic.
What's this? Nice.
Great meme, bro.
Chinese make really good products nowadays.
Yeah, they do. They still have issues on the manufacturing end of things when it comes to precision, but realistically speaking, it's still kind of good.
Wow.
Yeah, like Xiaomi, for example, right? They make pretty decent electronics. I use a lot of their stuff, and I swear by them. They're good.
Yeah.
I have a different opinion on that. I mean, the recent critical vulnerability is one thing, but
You're begging me, Queen of Transcarpathia. Beg harder.
Products from Xiaomi because there's been them history of spying and stuff like that. But
I mean, I don't think they can spy on me with a precision screwdriver. So.
Yeah, I'm talking about their electronics.
I'm not using their phones or anything. No, I don't use that stuff. It's just iPhones for me. No, I mean like things like desk clamps and power banks, things of that nature. Xiaomi makes really good quality stuff, like batteries. They make batteries as well, and they're really good.
Yeah, I mean anything that connects to the internet or any kind of network is a problem.
Sure. Yeah. No, I'm not using any of that.
For example, I think they have some versions of vacuum cleaners that's contacting some local networks for some reason. Yeah. Like, what's the reason? It's shady.
Yeah, I wouldn't use that. Yeah. I mean, Xiaomi doesn't have like the best vacuum cleaners anyway, so probably not the best idea to get one.
You get to hear about everything on Adrian Ditman's podcast, even the best vacuum cleaner selection options.
What happened to this Kim.com? Apparently he has memory loss and speech impairment issues.
Really?
Yeah, he weighs 400 pounds.
Wow, pretty sad.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
You get attacked, or is it just natural?
He's salty.
No, it's natural. I mean, the guys are fat.
He looked like
I'm not trying to be a jerk, but like the guys
My
are really
God.
There's
There's not a whole pack at all here. Holy shit.
Count of punch and punch
welcome
the
to me,
count of
welcome to being just say it like it is, and people don't like it.
Oh, you're
Like, I
still
like
that,
the
like,
guy.
God
I'm friendly with him, right? But yeah, like come on, like guy, lose weight. You're fucking rich. You can afford to. Okay. There's no excuse for this.
Oh my god.
They're laughing about Kim.com dying.
We should give him
These
Ozempic,
people
huh?
like, bro, get Ozempic, you know? It's not that hard,
Ozempic.
you know? Like,
I'm not sure if Ozempic is like it's the plague here, man.
seriously, just get on Ozempic, cut down your diet, stop eating so goddamn much. Jesus, like, it will take a year, but, like, look, it's worth it, okay?
Trying the whole thing around, just like low carb axing. Fucking get the.
We'll get some.
Celery
We'll get,
sticks.
we'll get him some Ozempic from Greenland.
Oh my god.
Did you see that one of the proposals that's being floated around in the Danish government to deal with Trump is to ban Ozempic from export to the U.S.?
Well, I don't think they're gonna need it anymore if Kennedy's gonna take over.
And also they got Mounjaro anyway, so like they don't need Ozempic.
I don't even look at any of those weight loss drugs as like a viable option, to be honest. I mean, maybe it is, maybe it's not. I'm not sure, but like
I'm on Mounjaro, like just straight up. I am, yeah.
Wow.
That shit works.
So when are you gonna transition to the natural?
Probably I don't know, maybe a year, maybe, yeah. Like there's a goal.
Die.
Nah. It's like with I talked to my doctor. He's pretty good, right? He said that none of these drugs are permanent. You have to create a certain mindset while you're on them, because the instant you get off, if you have if you've not calibrated your mindset to accommodate.
You mean diet, exercising and diet, fatty?
And you become fat again. So it's not something you want to be on for life. Nothing. You should not be on anything for life except for water. So no, you have to calibrate your brain and make sure you don't fucking overeat and stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to still snack even if you're on, say, Ozempic. You can cheat. You can just be an asshole about it and fucking cheat. But you shouldn't. It just makes it harder to cheat. That's all it is. You can literally trick it, but don't do that. It's not gonna work for you. If you are keen on eating a lot of candy, don't be on it. It's just not gonna help you.
I remember when gastric bypass surgery or stapling your stomach was a big fad. Anyone else remember that?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, that was before all of this. So, I mean, it's necessary for a lot of people. I wouldn't even dunk on it. It was necessary, and at the time, it was their only option. Unfortunately, not everybody can just lose weight or hit the gym or something. They got medical issues.
You can't hit the gym.
Reasons why they can't do that. Stapling
Do
your stomach
that.
is one way to do it. Cutting out part of your stomach is another, right? That's a very extreme procedure where they don't just staple it, but they actually remove 80% of your belly. That's tough, but that's permanent though. That's something that's something you live for the rest of your life, and that's gonna fuck you up in a lot of different ways.
Mm-hmm.
But it's necessary for some people. I'm not gonna recommend it to anyone because there's Mounjaro nowadays. But yeah, I mean, I don't fault anyone for taking it back then. At least it did something. It's better than being fucking fat. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Can I tell you guys how I completely understand and appreciate that, Ian? Totally. You know how I actually lost 20 pounds in a month? I cut out all sugar, all salt, and I literally had just oven, baked or seared steak or chicken or salmon.
She's gonna fit right in here, folks. They're gonna love her.
Spinach, greens.
Just eat protein. Don't eat any vegetables.
1-2 months, and it was, cut out caffeine as well. It was very challenging, but I did it, and I, you know what I mean. It just takes a little bit of mental fortitude, which obviously you have, and everyone here has. And I got headaches in the first week. Don't get me wrong. I was caffeine withdrawal, but it's a bit of an extreme, way of doing it, but it can be done.
Yeah, for you.
Yeah. You have to willpower. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Adrian would say salt is not the enemy, though. That's what he would say to that, probably.
Salt is good.
100%. Salt is alright.
Salt is really good, but I had to cut it out for the purpose
Salt
of
is
what I was
so
trying to
good for
accomplish.
you.
Yeah.
It depends on what situation you've got going on for yourself. For me, if you live in, say, hot environments, or if you, in general, just live in, you live in conditions where you have to, physically exert yourself, you'll sweat, which means that you just keep outputting salt. So
Oh yeah,
You're
that's
gonna need
true.
you're gonna need salt. You're gonna need salt.
Yeah.
Especially for me, I eat a lot of salt. But the thing is, your body will tell you. Your body will tell you if it's too much or too little. Because if it's too little, you will actively crave that shit like as if it was drugs. If it's too much, you will literally not be able to eat any more of it because your body will viscerally reject it.
Mm-hmm.
Ever tried pickle juice after an intense workout?
No.
Kind of, yeah. I do have strange habits, so yes, I did that once.
It's good.
It's like somehow extremely tasty. Like right after that, you have these cravings for some rich so like yes.
Pickle juice.
Interesting.
Yeah, because like you need the salt, and your body's actively craving it because you just lost a shit ton because you were like sweating like crazy. So yeah, your body tells you yes, give me. So give me. Yeah, it's a massive thing. It's great to have like my full voice back. It was so annoying.
Yeah.
Like to not be able to use the full range of your vocal cords is like, wow.
Wow.
Nightmare.
It is. Because like, I go up and I go down. And I like it. I love it so much. And it's great to be back. It's like
wow.
Yeah. I have the perfect like radio voice. 100%.
Good one, Elon.
Yeah. So do I, so I can relate.
How deep can you go?
How deep can I go? I can go really deep.
Okay, go as deep as you can.
I'm speaking really deeply right now, and maybe if I sit up actually instead of fucking lying back, yeah, I can speak really deep. And if I pull in my
Elon can't wait to show us how deep he can get.
Slightly deeper. So like this is normally the deepest I go on my normal voice. Like this is not like I'm not faking it, right? I really do sound this deep. Yeah, this is how I normally speak. But if I speak like this, then I can go even deeper. See that?
So check this out. So like normally I could go about this deep, right? But I can make it go even deeper. I could be this deep actually, but nobody knows how I do it. I can actually do that shit. I'm very good.
Wow.
Awesome,
I know the
Elon.
depths. Let's just say I do know the depths. I know the heights.
You are truly an
depths.
autistic,
earth-burning
warlord.
It's like because of the yeah. Like,
I don't know if you know who
problems,
Ian Chong is, but you should look him up.
The
He's
issue
supposedly
is
like the
really
most hated
nuanced.
person on the internet.
I play a lot of Call of Duty, so so as such, you have to deal with broken vocal cords frequently, and you'd have to pick very specific bands in order to be able to talk. And so at some point, you kind of understand where exactly what lies. And at some point, I discovered, all the stuff that the radio hosts are doing and such is just like utilizing parts of their voice, and I'm doing the same thing. I'm utilizing more so the the majority of the spectrum of what I can do, and that's that's natural. It just happens. It just happens.
Wow.
Yeah, because they're not speaking to their throats. They're actually.
Could you imagine some woman being married to this guy and him motor mouthing her? And she's like, I want to divorce you. Can I just have my millions now? Can you never talk to me again? Elon, you're annoying.
So it's like, let's go. Batman.
He's Batman.
Well, actually,
Adrian Newton is Batman.
Sound really, really deep. But before we do that, it's incredible.
Incredible.
And I can sound super high as well, so it's like I can go back this high. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I could do that.
Good one, Elon.
Who was that?
That was Adrian, aka Elon.
Oh my god.
He did the trans voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did the trans voice.
Like I can go super high, and it's actually not that difficult to do. It's just kind of weird. It makes me feel gay.
Good lord.
I don't know. It's like weird.
It's awkward.
That's like the trans voice. Like if you ever speak to like a trans person who doesn't take.
It's weird because it's like
it has to be like the very far back, but also at the top.
So it's like I don't know what that is. It's very weird.
I don't know
it's very
Elon is the best. I love you, Elon. Can you have a show every night for the next 10 years and just keep talking? I'll keep recording, I swear.
Like the person speaking to me who was like arguing about some lefty bullshit literally had that voice. I'm like, you're transgender. I don't have to listen to you, and I just logged out.
Oh my god.
I'm so bad.
I used to do this thing, just like piss people off. I'd be talking, and just randomly out of nowhere, I'd just like drop a fucking anime reference. And I was like, I'd just be doing something, telling somebody some shit, and then I'll like, execute an enemy, and I'm like, I'm like, what? God. And then everybody's like, what the fuck was that? I'm like,
Yeah, what the fuck was that, Adrian? What? Jesus Christ.
That wasn't factual.
Adrian!
Yes. I'm quite crazy. Yes, that's true.
Yeah, I know you are.
Like if you meet me in real life, it's like the funniest thing ever.
Really? Because you're Elon Musk?
Oh my god, no.
Sure, we'd love to. I want to hear it.
Hey, let's hear it.
It's like uncopyrighted Steamboat chill.
But I can't do it though, because the problem is Mickey Mouse is racist, right? So anytime I do a Mickey Mouse voice, I'll flirt with it.
Like that? Is that it?
Where you laugh? Yeah.
Yep.
Like Mickey Mouse, and go fuck yourself, you fucking faggot! Like, that's what I
What
just
the
keep going
fuck
on.
is that shit? Alright, okay, I see how it's working out.
Yeah, it's really bad. Yeah, so I don't do that.
It is
I don't
fucked
do
up,
that voice.
yes.
Yeah. It's like, so, like, when I do the Mickey Mouse voice, it has to be racist, extremely offensive, that's just how it is.
What the fuck?
No, I
It's a character.
actually understand you, Ian. I understand.
Like, it can't be normal, he does, like, that Mickey Mouse does not speak normally. He's not a normal person. He's a full-blown racist, member of the Ku Klux Klan, he wants to revive it, okay? Yeah.
Walt Disney.
What the fuck? That's insane. That's actually just
Yeah,
insane.
it's insane.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I came up with that, like, I don't know when. I think I wanted to, like, be offensive or something, and I was like, what can I do to piss off Disney, and so that just came to be. And so if I speak in this voice, it's a different character. It's a different person.
Good one, Ian.
Like, dropping the F-bomb is probably, like, the most I'll go on this space. Yeah.
I had a quick question. So tomorrow's space with the FD leader, is it going to be here or is it going to be on the live?
No, it's going to be here on Spaces specifically, not this space, of course, right? But
Okay.
Elon's going to host it, I suppose. I don't know.
Will you be able to join him, Adrian?
Probably not, but I will see.
I
I love how people just fucking keep testing him.
I'll just sit there and see what happens. But if they let me up, there's going to be controversy 100%. Or it's just going to be funny as fuck.
Yeah, it could be either,
Yeah. I asked because I know that you're very fluent in German. So is my wife, by the way. She knows fluent German. So.
How the hell is your wife fluent in German?
Here's the thing you need to know about AFD is they're extremely controlling in how they manage their media stuff. So I don't think they'll let other speakers.
100%. I'm quite aware. I'm quite aware of what their situation is. It's kind of funny.
They're super bureaucratic. Super fucking bureaucratic.
It's like Germany in a nutshell.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just a German thing. They're not quite as open like Americans are. Like, if Trump was on a space, he'd probably let people speak. But like, yeah, no, they want to control everything.
Yep, microcontrol.
So to answer your question, Adrian, she studied opera. She's a soprano.
Oh, that's cool. You guys could have an opera
Wicked.
duet.
Get it up here sometime.
You got it. I will.
What is
The deep voice is pretty fun.
What is your favorite opera? What's up?
Don Giovanni.
Yeah,
Ring Cycle.
Ring Cycle.
Ring Cycle.
Oh, nice. I'm more of a Need Some Dorma guy myself.
Really? I
This is
didn't
the part where we
think,
start
I didn't
feeling
think you were, Elon.
Taste some bread. Eat some cheese and lunch.
It's a you get a little bit of a taste there. At wine tasting's the funniest thing. Oh yeah, a little bit, and then just like spit it straight out again because if you get hammered, you can't really be tasting much of anything anymore. So, yeah. I went to a lot of wine tastings, and by far the funniest thing I've ever seen was like people filling the glass like the half of what you'd normally consider a full glass by standard, and I'm like, this is supposed to be a tasting, right? Yeah. And I'm like, dude, everybody's gonna get wasted in here.
Yeah.
100%. It's not gonna work out. Fucking literally everybody. Like they wine after wine. It's like only 3 wines in, it's finished already. Everybody's talking bullshit. I'm like, okay, I gotta get the hell out of here. it's always funny. Like make my exit just before the insanity comes out and like people are drunk. Just like almost at the after party stage, I'm like, alright, I'm gonna jet. It's like, oh, why? It's still fun. Oh, yeah, 100% it's fun, but I gotta go. I gotta, like, wake up early in the morning, which is not even a lie. It's actually the truth. I'm like, yeah, I actually gotta go. But, like, realistically speaking, the early morning thing isn't necessarily the primary concern. The primary concern is, are you gonna, like, fight someone, and I don't want to be a part of that, because if then something happens, then it's gonna be a whole bunch of bullshit. And I'm like, you can do whatever you want to yourselves. I'm not getting involved in this shit. The only involvement I've had, like, people are drunk was when I had to pick people up that were drunk in a car. Jesus fucking Christ.
Annoying. When
people drink, and they're, like, in the back of the car, they turn into absolute fucking monkeys. Like, what the hell's wrong with these people?
Monkeys?
Like, one person reached fucking forward as I was driving the car and just randomly pulled that shit into neutral. It's an automatic car, by the way. Just pulled that shit in neutral. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
You're trying to kill everybody, Jesus.
I had to, like, let all the windows down, because the alcohol smell was so intense, I started to feel funny.
Wow. What a bitch.
I'm like, fuck this.
What a fucking bitch. My post has been deleted. They deleted my Instagram account.
I can't say this one, but it's great.
Tell us.
No.
Tell us,
This one I
Adrian,
can't.
tell
This
us.
one's like oh man, I can't believe I can remember that. That's funny.
What are you
Let's just say
thinking,
that,
Elon?
In cases like that, you become privy to what people may do when they're not making the best of decisions in various states. Oh my god.
Good one, Elon. Good story. Super
Such a
autistic.
tease.
Such a tease.
100%. Mm-hmm.
So you've never gotten into like a actual physical fight with anyone?
Nope. I mean, once or twice. It's very situational. Somebody tried to attack me in a bee suit once. I was like, what the fuck were you thinking? It's like easier. You know how easy it is to trip someone when they have like a lot of clothes on them, because you just like basically pull in various areas and bird just like falls to the ground like a sack of potatoes. Like.
Wait, I'm sorry. Was this during Halloween or just a random occurrence?
No, that was an occurrence. It was like a dude who, like, I don't know, wanted to beef with me for some reason. So he like went after me. Yeah, I dropped him and just fucking walked away. I don't give a shit.
You did the right thing. But that's so funny. You must have triggered him. What
Somebody
did you
tried
say?
to I don't know. I literally did fucking nothing, and bro just decided to cook me for no reason. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I literally did absolutely nothing. I was just like walking around, and then bro was like, he's doing some shit in the suit, and then he's just coming after me. Like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? And like starts pulling on me for no fucking reason. I'm like, okay, that's right, you get down. Fuck you.
Wow.
It's all about tripping people, actually.
Really?
And did he give back your wallet?
No, I took it out of his hand and I looked him straight in the fucking eye. I was like, you want to go? I was ready. I was fucking ready, man. I have no idea what took me over that time. Like, so it was like 4 people that tried to ambush me in front of like a little shop, and they like did this thing. They they took a. As they took a shopping cart, and they like moved that bitch right in front of me. And then somebody dropped their lighter. I was like, well, me being the person I am, let's go pick up the fucking thing, give it to the person in front of me, because that's the person who dropped it. Somebody behind was like, oh, yeah, very nice, very nice, very nice. And I feel something getting out of my pocket. I'm like, wait. Your points. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I grabbed that shit. I grabbed that shit, looked him dead in the eye, like really fucking really dead in the eye. I was like, you want to go? And he just fucking left. Everybody fucked off. I never seen him again in that spot.
What the fuck? Great story, Elon.
Ian wants to join the speaker panel. I brought him back up.
His phone crashed, I know.
Yeah, happens.
But yeah, that would be the only times. I tend to avoid areas of confrontation, especially even if people will try to egg you on. It doesn't matter, it's not worth it. I'll point the other guy won, because if your time is more valuable, and guess what, that guy just gave you way too many expenses, like fucking, okay. So it's not worth it.
No, it's not. It never is. I think it's dumb.
I used to work at Walksfield. I was like relatively somewhat dangerous places, and they would like try to somehow get you to look at him. I'm like, just straight, minding my business, doing my shit, walking fast, don't care.
Yep.
So I have very limited physical confrontations. I'm not afraid of it, but I don't want to. It's just stupid. It's annoying. It's like just basic monkey mode.
Yeah, it's called chimping out.
Yeah, in this case, it really is. It really does feel like that, especially if it's like in front of a nightclub or something like that, and already giving you like tasty looks. I'm like, bro, why are you all looking at me like this? You're so, like, what are you, gay?
Good one, Elon. Did it just die out? Did he just say gay and it went dead? This is the worst thing about this fucking app is you got to sit here and manage it because it does crash. Look at that. Oh, I think the space crashed. No, it did not crash. My phone crashed.
Me, right, which you didn't, but I'm going to answer it, is build more nuclear power plants. And they say, no, you can't do that. I'll be like, why not? Let's make it happen. And
I get have like so many financial reasons, and that's what I can pick apart then, realistically. But before that, it's like, you know, realistically, like, what am I going to pick apart here? That's the big problem, right?
Yeah, right. What is the problem? What is the exact issue? If it's like regulatory, then maybe I guess you lobby them, right? Yeah.
Uh-huh. So that's like, okay, we need better meme wars.
Yep.
Wars for the win.
Yeah, it's always a solution. You just have to figure out what the problem is and, you know, fix it. Like, here's the thing. Here's our little problem. Oh, you want a 100-inch TV, but it doesn't fit your living room. So what do? Well, get a bigger house.
That's right.
And to get a bigger house, well, earn more money. So earn more money. Duh.
Mm-hmm.
Simple.
Obviously, duh.
Relatively simple. It's not like building a rocket ship and going to Mars. That's a big problem. It's hard.
What's your take on like not owning a home at all? Elon isn't owning any homes, right?
No. He doesn't really. He owns like probably one.
Yeah, he doesn't own a big house. It's just a
very
small,
humble.
3-bedroom or something.
Yeah. It's actually nice. I understand that. I don't get the.
It's fine.
I can do a lot of the maintenance stuff myself, so it's annoying. I hate big concrete houses in some ways. It's like, especially the stuff that's built in some way by someone that you don't know, and it has like all these weird fucking features and places, and has like legacy equipment built in. It's like, oh, this dryer is in there because if it's not in there, it's gonna fucking fuck up the whole thing. By the way, you have one of those weird things at the bottom of you have like this weird trash receptacle thing at the bottom of the drainage pipe. It's like, oh yeah, all the food gets in there. You keep taking it out. It's like, ugh. You know, that's annoying. Then what else do you have? You have like a washing machine built in there. Fuck washing machines, by the way. Fuck
Washing
those
machines
things.
are great.
I hate washing machines. No, I like washing shit with my hands because it's way faster. I bet you right now,
Really?
no matter the volume of dishes, I'm gonna be fucking way faster with my hands than I'll be with a washing machine. And get a washing machine as like the dishwasher.
Oh, okay.
Right? Sorry, the dishwasher. I'll be way fucking faster than the dishwasher. So I was about to say washing machine. My bad. I'm getting out of context here. Say, my bad. Fuck me, man. Sorry. Washing machines are great. The fucking old washing machines were terrible because they're the ones that were using like actual just gravity and water to do it. Sorry, my bad. Dishwashers are fucking horrible. My bad. Sorry, I realized how retarded that just sounded. Fuck me.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute. What did I say here? Sorry, it's like I look at them the same way. So dishwashers, they consume a shit ton of electricity and they're super fucking slow. It's like you're gonna put this thing in there. You have to put some weird chemical thing in there, like a Tide Pod. Slap that bitch in there. Wait 40 minutes or whatever it is, whatever the cycle happens to be. Then you take it out and wash the plates again. Why the fuck am I washing the plates twice? Why am I washing the plates 3 times?
Wait. When are you washing them again? Like, you must be...
Because you have to rinse off the residue from the Tide Pods. Whatever.
Exactly.
Not the new machines. Like the one I got, which is very new, it came out this year, you don't have to do any of that. You literally just open it after it's done. Yeah, you open it, like it'll make a little beeping sound. You open it. Like some of them open by themselves, by the way. Those are like the most expensive ones.
Why would anyone get one of these things? I hate them.
They're amazing because like
they take up space and consume way too much energy. Like it doesn't matter if you like connect it to city electricity and everything, it's fine. But for me, it does matter because I have my own battery system and everything. So it's like I have to actually worry about energy consumption. So I fucking hate these things. And washing machines too are a bit of a problem. You can run them.
Fucking his own shit sucks.
You know, not enough.
The guy's the richest guy in the world and his shit
sucks.
Like
dark day because we're using solar. It's like okay, guess what? You're fucked now because the energy's gone.
Right. Yeah.
So anything that consumes way too much energy, I can like wash that shit with my hands, easy. Besides, it's such a small amount.
He's the cheapest billionaire who's ever lived. People hate him. He's the cheapest fucking. He can't even live a good life. Poor bastard.
Yeah.
I don't like plastic cutlery.
I don't.
I hate it too.
Who hell uses those? They're so soft.
Yeah. I love metal that is super, super thin. Like forks that are super, super thin. Like with the metal part, you know? Just, I don't know, it tastes better.
Yeah. Of course it does, yeah.
I should create a new Instagram called Making Fun of Elon.
Those, porcelain, soup spoons.
Those are nice.
It's just better. It tastes better that way.
Delicious, yeah.
Speaking of, I need to get those. I don't have them.
Wait till I'm in Dubai and we can all go together.
Yeah. Fine by me. Can go shopping.
It'll be fun.
I'm down. Yeah, I'm down.
It's too little time.
I like
so many stocks, so little time. Sorry.
I like it. Totally worth it.
What, Blue Sky's dead? Or
a lot of people
X
I
is
notice,
dead?
I like scrolling out battle stations. Battle stations right on Reddit.
I'm never living that one down.
Battle stations? Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, some people post a really cool, very inspirational sort of like, very cool. Like, I want to make my setup look like that. And then other times you see like this fucking 90s looking setup where the guy's sitting on a stool. Like, are you serious? Like, how?
Completely cramped.
Does your back not hate you?
Yeah.
Yeah, does your back not hate you? You got a cardboard desk and your mouse is like, your mouse pad is literally like, floating off the side.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. But then they'll have like a killer battle station on it, with like a 4080 or something. It's like, oh, come on. you can afford
priorities.
You can't afford proper furniture. Like, geez, IKEA is really cheap. You could replace all of that with a pretty simple desk from IKEA for like $500. Do it. It's the same thing with beds, man. Like a lot, you look at the way that some people sleep, and no offense to you if you're in the audience and you sleep terribly, but invest in it, man.
This guy.
Get a decent bed.
Does anyone
What if you
sleep in
can't
their
afford
stomach?
Nah, I can't sleep in my
What's
stomach.
that?
I was in my side or my back usually.
No, I sleep on my back. in my side.
The only time I'd kind of like sleep on my stomach is if I kind of put my pillow underneath my neck, sort of, and kind of have my head balanced like that. I only do this when I'm like super sick, and I don't want my sinuses to clog up.
I've never tried to sleep on my belly. It just seems uncomfortable.
Like the weight, oh yeah, it absolutely is, but it's like one of the only ways to do it. So one of the things that I've done, by the way, I wouldn't try this out if you're not really confident in yourself and your ability to do this, but sometimes when I have a sickness that has a fever, I sleep through the fever.
I have a fever.
No treatment,
and
fucking
the
nothing.
only
Straight
medicine
through.
is cowbell. It's more cowbell. Sorry.
Or cow. Yeah, nice.
Difference.
Yeah, I take nothing, water, and then lay there, phone in front of me, watch some fucking shit, try to pass out, try to like stay passed out through the time where the fever tortures you, and then next time you wake up, you feel kind of weird, but you also feel kind of good. That depends. Some fevers are so intense that you have to take something that minimizes it because your blood pressure could go up. You can really feel it in your eyes and everything. That's not good. Like, there are limitations.
Yeah. It's horrible.
So kind of know what you have to really feel that you can do it. Because if you can't and you're going to try and push yourself to fuck up, then you're going to die. I mean, I'm not sure you're going to die. You're just going to fuck up something.
No, you're not going to die. You're just going to wake up and you're going to feel really uncomfortable and you're going to turn on your side or something.
Yeah, so I can sleep through most fevers. So I'm just like sitting. I put this pillow under my neck, so it kind of like balances my head there like that. Then I have a phone that's in front of me, and I slowly fall asleep because I have to distract myself with something. Do not watch internet brain rot. That's going to make it worse for you.
Internet brain rot, it's called?
You don't know what internet brain rot is?
No. Is it an actual thing or is it a term to describe a state of being?
It's an actual thing, actually. Boy, we get to, okay. Let's see a bunch of Gen Z terms. Do you know what mewing is?
Mewing? No.
Making cat noises.
Oh boy, this is going to be so much fun. Okay.
Meow, meow, like that.
No. Okay. So, remember when those video clips? Do you remember when those video clips went around about Trump's rally and people thinking that he was getting marked because a bunch of people were doing like stuff with their fingers in their face? You know, that movement that they did? Remember that? That's mewing, actually.
Oh, wow.
So what they do is they run their finger along the jawline and then they just do the shh thing. That's called mewing because you're like, you're kind of cracked. You got the jawline because like the Giga Chat. Do you understand?
Oh, yeah, wow, okay.
That's what mewing is. I can actually do that because I look very chiseled. So
You're wrong. You're slightly wrong. So there's a difference between mewing the me and like actual mewing. So mewing is actually like a valid medical term referring to like correct tongue posture. So the idea is that if you're maintaining correct tongue posture, then you're going to have basically a good jawline, good face shape. Basically, the idea is that your tongue posture actually determines the shape of your face. And the reason that faces have gotten fucked up recently in human history is because people have actually fucked up their tongue posture.
Oh, wow.
And then there's mewing the meme. That is what Adrian is referring to.
yeah, I'm referring to the meme specifically, yes. Yeah. So that's what that was. They like rub their finger along the jawline and then do the shh thing and then just like give that head shake sometimes. It refers to mewing and it's a thing that's a crossover between the Giga Chad and Bateman's American Psycho.
Yeah, Sigma.
I just posted it.
That's the Sigma male meme.
Mewing. See, this is the difference between not mewing and mewing.
Oh. Yeah. You see that? Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you understand what that is. I did think I can pull the CDs and Dragons joke on you. That's not fair.
For what it's worth, I can program in brain rot.
Yeah. Yeah, that is real, by the way. There's no new victims here that I can do this. Oh, Preston, you there?
Yeah, sorry, I had to hang out with my wife and be a decent husband, so I had to duck out from the space.
All right, I'm going to need to use you as an example for something. So Adele, pay attention. This is one of those things. I'm not sure if you already are familiar with this. Okay, Preston, do you know what is the game called again? Okay, do you know the game that is CDs and Dragons?
CDs and Dragons?
Yeah, CD's nuts dragging all over your face. See, I can do it to you because you're a dude. So it's like, okay, do you know what CDs and dragons are? So here you go. That's what it is. Sorry, Preston, I can't throw you under the bus for that one. You were the only one who haven't done it to yet. So
that's fine. I mean, have you heard of you've heard of that game about Updog, right?
This is a trap, but I'll buy it.
You've heard about Updog?
What's
No.
Updog? Oh shit.
Not much dog. No.
Oh my god. Nice, that's a new one. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
what's up, dog? Yeah, what's up, dog?
What's up, dog? Yeah. What's up,
Do you
dog?
know-
Oh, not much,
Do you know
dog.
about the EMA? Do you know about the EMA particle?
Well, what's the emo particle?
EMA ass. Like Ian saw it coming. He's like, oh shit. He's already giggling.
Hey, Preston, have you ever done any penny trading?
Any what?
Penny trading.
What trap am I walking into here if I say the word
I've heard
penny
this.
trading?
Penetrating your mom.
Like, I've heard this one. Oh my god.
I've heard. That's fun. I have to tell you, that's like, this is really funny. This is cute nerd talk.
Yeah, one of the other ones like that we always use is the most common one is asking people like did you know that Steve Jobs died from ligma?
What the heck is Ligma?
Ligma bomb. Dude, I still remember when I pulled it on this guy. He barely got what the fuck out of his mouth. I was like, Ligma bomb.
He jumped the guy to Ligma.
Yeah.
That was funny.
And then
It's like, how would you do this to an internet user in the modern age? Drop a fucking full-blown, unadulterated Ligma joke on them. That shit's peak.
Sorry, this reminds me of middle school. This is hilarious.
You remember when those two guys showed up outside of Twitter when they were firing everyone?
Oh, yeah. Rahul Ligma and something Johnson. What was the other guy's name?
Daniel Johnson, I think it was.
Yeah.
His real name is Daniel, yeah.
It was literally Ligma Johnson.
Ligma Johnson, yeah.
Both of those, one of those was Ligma, the other one was
Rahul
Johnson.
Ligma.
And it's the
Rahul
funniest shit
Ligma
because they're like, oh yeah, we basically went to exercise in this building all the time. We thought it would be kind of funny if we went out. I'm like, oh my god.
Television.
This sounds like every decision that I make on fucking Space is when I'm about to go unhinged.
I think Daniel even got a job at X for a while, but he got fired. Yeah.
Ironic.
I know. He's a software engineer.
I can't believe that the legacy media reporters actually fell for that shit.
I know. It's out of touch.
That's embarrassing, man.
It reminds me of like the early 2000s or like the late 90s, which you weren't born yet, since you're very young, Elon. Is that
Oh my god.
I love topic that. Is when they would report on the internet sensation. What is the internet? This is the internet superhighway. Your kids are logging on. And these are the words that they're using. This is a smiley face. What is it called? It's an emoji. You know, like shit like that.
Yeah, so what is the internet? I remember those days.
The internet superhighway. That's what they used to call it.
Yeah, and you were surfing the web, right? It's like
They're surfing the web.
It made it sound so much cooler than it actually was.
Hat is backwards, you know, and he's like he's literally on a surfboard, and you know the visual is just like fucking Matrix numbers or something.
Yeah.
That's the internet.
cyberspace.
Wicked. It's wicked.
It's wicked cool. It's radical. It's tubular.
That fucking aesthetic back then was so different. Like, that was the peak of the internet.
GeoCities, Angel Fire, you know, all these websites.
Oh, yeah.
Where you could host your own website. Yeah, it's free.
Amsterdam.
And you had little neighborhoods as well, like Angel Fire had neighborhoods, isn't it? You know, so like angelfire.com.
I had a website on it.
You know, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had one on GeoCities. It was like a Diablo fan site.
Nice. I played a game called Nox back in the day, and I had like a fan.
Oh, I love Nox.
Yeah,
oh,
I love that.
Yeah.
I used to PvP.
Super good. Super fucking good.
The wizard, like that was super fun.
Yep.
You could lay traps.
Like you get sucked into the TV, right? Like at the start of the game, you're like this fucking nerd.
That was
you're living in a trailer park. You get sucked into
the
TV.
PvP was actually great. Like it was pretty balanced.
Yeah, it was actually a really good game.
Yeah.
Like the combat in it was like ahead of its time. You know, like it's kind of like a twin stick shooter type deal, but like it was an actual RPG.
They never really did a sequel of it. I'm kind of wishing they did.
Sad. I think the closest game to that, like in terms of gameplay, is Helldivers. Not the new one, not Helldivers 2, but Helldivers 1. Actually plays identically to Nox.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Helldivers got such major upgrades. They have like these big bitch guns. It's like incredible.
Dude, you got ATVs now and tanks. How cool is that?
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah, you can ride around a goddamn ATV, you know, like a warthog, and shoot at the aliens with it. It's fucking sweet.
That sounds fun. I want to try that.
Yeah, it's like
I like Battlefield. I used to
also
play a lot of Battlefield. The games with the vehicles and stuff, like helicopters or jets and stuff like that.
Oh,
that's fun.
You could cheese it, you know, if you had like a team of like a squad of like 6 people, you could literally cheese the whole map by just flying around with a helicopter and just landing.
One guy repairs like 24/7, and then you just like kill everything. It's a lot of fun with the team.
I'm always the guy with the like man the guns inside the helicopters or flying around. It depends on the game. And Halo Infinite specifically, I'm the guy who mans the gun.
I'm usually the guy who
drives. I'm very good at that shit.
Yeah, I usually drive it.
Recently, I had like a dude who was driving me around the map, and he was really good at driving, and I was just like killing so much shit. I'm like, damn, dude, we slaying because it has infinite ammo, so I'm just like pointing and shooting.
Yeah, we can definitely do that if we ever play Battlefield or something. I'll drive, you shoot. Yeah, that'll be fun.
The Delta Force, same thing. It's better.
Yeah, drive around infinite ammo. Infinite ammo, great, means make so much noise everybody finds you and destroy everything that sees you.
Yep, Delta Force tanks have infinite ammo. They just overheat, that's also, just control the heating.
Damn it. That's the thing about Halo Infinite, it doesn't have that problem. No overheating. Like, literally, I could sit there and spam it for like hours. Nothing would change.
It's a stupid game. It's poorly designed.
That part is actually quite fun, because once you get one of those, it's literally one of the more powerful things. It's either that, or you just get yourself one of those little cars that you drive around with, the one that has knives for wheels. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like that one. It has like the small explosives that come out, but it's a bit of a problem because it's very directional, and you have to like really drive into your enemies while you're shooting and hope that you can kind of like saw through everything before you get stopped, because once your momentum is finished, then so are you.
You're screwed. Yeah, you can't back out. It's not like a car, right, where you can do a 3-point turn. You can't fucking do a 3-point turn in that. It's a trike.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I want more games.
Adrian, do you want to do the survivor's question to Adele?
Oh yeah, I pulled that one. That one's funny. Adele, if a plane crashes between Canada and the United States, like on the border between Canada and the United States, where do you bury the survivors?
There are no survivors.
Hey, there you go. Jesus.
Wait, hold on. No, wait. Greenland.
Yeah, but the problem is they're survivors. You don't bury the fucking survivors. It's a context trick.
You don't.
Where do you bury the survivors?
Mostly got it.
That's true. That's true.
I did that to someone. Like I did that to that Fortnite streamer. He was like pulling me on something. He was like trying to do weird shit. Ask me a real question about, ironically enough, a plane. And a book that's called Hatchet. I kind of knew what was in it, but I just wanted to egg him on, so I pretended to just feign ignorance. And so I'm just there, and I'm just being completely fucking ignorant of everything. And I asked him these various random questions. I'd be like, oh, what happens if you crash in a plane in this scenario? I'm like, I mean, what happened to the plane? Is it still there? Can I like live inside of it? Because then I don't really need to go get shelter if the plane's fine. No, the plane's out of water. Oh, okay, cool. That's a much different story. And he like tried to trick me around. I was like, he's getting infuriated with me, which is the funniest fucking shit. And then eventually I just pulled that on him because like he wants to talk about, survival this, smart that. I'm like, okay, cool. Okay, let's see how he can handle the logic trap. Instantly fell right into it. It was the funniest thing.
That's fun.
Let me get the clip. Where's the clip?
There's the clip, actually, yeah. I can put it in here.
Yeah, and play it. That would be great.
Before?
Hmm?
Have you used a laser projector before?
Yes, I have.
And what is their experience with them? Are they good? Are they worth getting if I have a TV?
They're pretty good, yeah. They're pretty good. Yeah. They're better than average projector. Much better. Much more clearer.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, 100%. Very good.
So I'm looking at this Leica, and they just released the Scene 1, right? And it's not even that expensive, really. I don't know. Consider. Okay? The big question is, what's the latency like on this? You know, if I want to play video games, can I do that, or is it too slow?
I haven't tested that one yet.
Yeah. All right. Well, I got the clip anyway. I'll just play.
If you had a plane that crashed between Canada and the United States, where would you bury the survivors?
A plane crash between Canada and the United States. Where would you bury the wherever their family wants to bury them? What? What? What's the drink? What's the what?
Bury the survivors.
Oh, good one. It's a knee slapper.
That's a knee slapper. Okay.
He got mad. That's
I think it's like so confused. Like,
not very smart.
Good one, bro.
That's a knee
I was, dude. I wanted to ask about CDs and Dragons so fucking hard, man. I never got around to it.
Yeah.
Because he kept asking these dumbass fucking super semi-serious questions. I'm like, oh, come on. Let me ask you something that is actually funny.
That's good.
It was a trap. Albeit a funny one.
It was a trap all along.
It was 100% a trap. You could tell.
All a fucking long.
It was trap, but it was fun trap. Now we're all the psychopaths to go to DMs and be like, why you speak like this? I don't know, because I watch too many fucking villains in movies. It's not my fault that they want to keep putting
Russian or either Russian or British.
Exactly, that's the problem. It's like I'm being inundated here. It's not my fucking fault.
It's so stupid. Like, okay, that, conspiracy mode, the idea that every Russian bad guy is like a Russian bad guy in Hollywood movies is a fucking psyop against Russia.
I don't know what it is.
Been that way
but it's like,
80s.
you remember
the
old British movies always used to have Chinese villains in them.
Yep.
Tons of fucking Chinese villains. All of them.
Huh.
If you look
80s, 70s, all Chinese fucking villains. 100% all of them. From
British
the
movies,
Orient.
right?
They always say, oh, from the Orient.
Orientals,
like, bro.
Fear of the Orient. They did this with Japanese in like the mid 80s, or early to mid 80s, when they were terrified of Japanese industry. They did this with Blade Runner, right? The whole setting is this way. Alien is another one. Right? Weyland Yutani. I mean, that's a Japanese one, right? They're the big evil bad guys, right?
I don't think Weyland's Japanese.
No, Weyland's not Japanese. He's British.
It's in the Japanese Highlands. A guy named Weyland. He lives up in Hokkaido.
Yeah. And then beyond that, like in the 2000s, they started demonizing Arabs. Like, keep in mind, Arabs were actually pretty fucking friendly with the Americans for like a long ass time. They voted Republican. And then 9/11 happens, and suddenly every single fucking movie depicts Arabs as bad guys.
Oh my god.
Well, what the fuck is that? We'll watch whatever that is.
Okay.
For a while, they tried to depict
What's
Russians
that?
as the good guys. What is that?
What's what?
Okay, I'm watching it right now. Okay.
What are you watching? Or asking me to watch?
God, hands that one?
Right?
I'm watching it. He entered a map.
Mm-hmm. That's what he's about to do.
What the? How can you do that? His cast speed has got to be like 1,000. Like it's 10x the normal cast speed. Like, what is he doing? How's he doing that?
What are you watching?
This dude walked into the map and he's just casting probably 10 times a second. And he's
There's got to be some sort of effect. He's probably okay, so I'm looking at what he's doing. He's probably casting some sort of effect out there, and that's doing some sort of. It's doing some sort of cast on hit. He kind of sucks at it, but it's doing some sort of cast on hit.
Okay, so it's whatever he's hitting is also causing another cast kind of thing.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's really weird. What the fuck is it? I've never seen a build like that. We gotta try that. That's kind of cool.
So, Ian, you know how you're talking about these, the demonization of different cultures throughout, Hollywood and things like that? That reminded me of a joke. Someone told me. A high-power attorney from Washington, D.C., and he was in his 70s, really wise man, and he said Ronald Reagan had a meeting with I think it was a Saudi royal family member, and he says, the Saudi guy goes, President Reagan, I've always been very fascinated by Star Wars. I love Star Trek or Star Wars, and I've always just had a question. Every single ethnicity is represented. You have Italian, you have Europeans, you have Americans, you have the Chinese. There's no Arabs. And the president turns around and says, well, my friend, that's because it takes place in the future.
Oh my god!
Wow.
What the fuck?
What an ass.
Isn't that terrible? Isn't that terrible?
Sounds like someone's wet dream.
It was horrible, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
It was
That is
Star
insane.
Trek, if we're being honest. Yeah, that's Star Trek. Yeah, Star Trek does not have any representation. Yeah,
but isn't that weird? But isn't that interesting? Seriously, the world's largest population, basically, and it was not even represented. So talk about propaganda.
Oh yeah. I mean, they have done an amazing job vilifying Arabs, vilifying Russians, and also Chinese, Japanese as well. The list goes on, right? It's endless. I remember for a while when the Serbian war was happening, right? When they were busy bombing Belgrade like assholes, they decided that every villain in a movie is going to be Serbian. That was a thing. It was literally a thing. 24, the main bad guy in the whole first season was a fucking Serb. It's excuse me, what is Serbian? Okay, this is so obvious now what you guys are doing.
Wild. By the way, guys.
That's weird.
I shot Adrian.
Go ahead.
By the way, guys, I kind of want to shut this down. I got some stuff that I need to do simultaneously. I got a bunch of things that I need to do, so I kind of need to shut the show down. I'll be back. Maybe I'll live stream later today if you guys are still around, but we'll see. We'll see how it works out.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Good to see you.
Well, thanks, man. Thanks all for coming around. Make sure to join me again tomorrow. It's absolutely fucking hilarious. And I don't know what's going to happen with Joe Rogan next, because it's kind of funny that Bro is aware, but, if you want to reach out for something, it would be kind of cool. But if any one of you knows Joe Rogan and, could pull some strings, I would love to see him either in person or in digital, whichever medium he prefers. I'm fine with it all. But thank you all for coming today. If you haven't already, make sure and turn notifications on for me. Follow the those frequent the space. And subscribe to me if you haven't already. It only costs $12 a year. Although I'm pretty sure many people in here have already subscribed. So thank you all for coming. See you all again tomorrow or later if I do a live stream. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you.
See you sometime soon.